We're collecting twigs for a fabulous reason. This weekend is going to be the Resilience Festival here in Edmonton. Welcome to Go. I'm your host, Bianca Jade. Throughout the show, we're going to be learning about some great workshops that are happening in our community. Everything from kombucha to fermenting foods. Jen McDonald discovered more. So we're cutting twigs. Why are we cutting twigs? Well, we're doing it for the Resilience Festival. Now, this is your tool that you're making. So what are you creating here?
I'm making a rag rug tool for toothbrush rug. They call it that because they used to make it out of wooden toothbrushes, but wooden toothbrushes don't exist anymore. So now I make it out of twigs. And all you need is about a pencil-sized piece of wood, like a short pencil. And I'm cutting them from some branches that I pruned from my apple tree this year. And then once you've got that, you don't want it too thick or it'll be tough to get through the loops of fabric as you're doing the rug. And then you can just take an ordinary pencil sharpener and sharpen it until it's sharp-ish. I won't make you watch me sharpen the whole thing. And then you put something, you can get this at any hardware store for super cheap. It's called a screw eye. And then you just screw that into the end and you've got your tool. This one's not going in super straight, but
I love how simple this is and how easy it is. It's a tool that you can have. You don't have to buy knitting needles. It's something you can just find in your own backyard. We're going to be hanging out more with Nadine coming up in the show and learning how to make those rugs. But right now we head off to St. Albert to celebrate 2 beautiful birthdays. Nadine's still working away on her tools, and coming up in the show we're going to learn how you yourself could make one of those rugs. But you know what? The Resilience Festival isn't the only hot ticket in town. This weekend, Concrete Theatre is giving back to the community with an important message. Nadine's still cutting away, making her toothbrush tools. Coming up, we're going to head inside and we're going to learn how you yourself could make a toothbrush rug. Don't go anywhere. I love it. I love how easy this is. Welcome back to Go Edmonton. We're talking all about the Resilience Festival. It's happening in our community this weekend. Now, we're going to be learning coming up in the show all how to do a toothbrush rug. But this weekend, there's workshops for everyone. Everything from learning how to make kombucha to even fermented foods. Now, Jordan Hertner takes a closer look at something that might or might not be for you. It's all about living in a tiny home. The Resilience Festival is all about a community coming together, and you can make things from things that you have all throughout your house. Now, these rugs have been made with old sheets, with old pajamas even, and they're so full of color. So coming up in the show, we're going to be learning how you yourself could make one with something as little as a twig that you might have found in your own backyard. Coming up, we're also taking a look right now at the Mayor Awards and how the spinal cord industry has come together to give back. We're now joined by the festival director, and we're speaking about resilience. Now, what does that mean to you?
When we talk about resilience, we're talking about the ability to adapt to change in a positive, healthy, and collective way. So all of our workshops are geared towards personal or family resilience, community and neighborhood resilience, and local city resilience.
Amazing. Now, you guys are part of, if you put you guys as a big group, you're part of the Local Good. I've had an opportunity to go a few of your green drinks. What's the Local Good? And just give me a little taste. What's a green drink night going to be like?
It's going to be a great night where you can connect with other people who have similar interests as you do. So green drinks, all of our evenings that we have are geared towards a particular topic. So maybe it's literature or greenhousing or something like that. And we have connectors. So if you're a little shy, you want to come out, you can say, you know, I'm a little shy, but I'd like to meet somebody who can tell me about greenhousing. We'll say, you know what, this is who you need to meet. And you start the dialogue and start the conversation.
This weekend's going to be so much fun. I even know people that have already signed up for some of your workshops. There's so much to choose from. How has the event grown, I would say, or changed from last year?
We have added a few more elements to it, screening rooms and BYOVs. Those are probably the main additions that we have, and then we have a few more activities in the Community Connections Fair that are good for families. So we have a pop-up little free library. We have a human library. So instead of borrowing a book, you borrow a person and learn a skill. We have alternative clothing exchange and children's permaculture and lots of activities for kids and families.
Amazing. One of those activities is going to be creating a rug. We have some of the pieces right here, and we're going to be learning exactly how you could do this coming up after the break. Thanks so much, Tanya.
Thank you.
These ladies are busy working on their rug. Coming up in the show, we're going to learn exactly how to do this. And this rug has the most incredible name. It'll definitely keep you inspired and want to check out this weekend's Resilience Festival. Now, there's a whole bunch of different things you can take in, from creating kombucha to even renting a person. It's pretty incredible, and we're going to have more about that coming up in the show. But right now, Tim Dancy teaches us about an ancient form of bookbinding. Well, these ladies are continuing to work on their rug that has a pretty incredible name. We got more on that coming up in the show. But right now, the Mayor Awards are about to happen in our community, and we take a closer look at a coach that's truly inspiring. We've been talking about this all throughout the show. Now, this has the most incredible name. How do you describe this type of creating of a rug?
It's called toothbrush rugs, because once upon a time, you could make the tool out of toothbrushes, because they used to be wood.
Amazing. Now, we were collecting these at the top of the show, little tiny pieces, little sticks that you can basically do to make this. I love that. I love that you don't need a lot of supplies.
Nope, just a piece of wood and this little loopy thing and a pair of scissors and some old fabric, and you're good to go.
Okay, so start me off. You've obviously been working on this already. How long have you been working on this, and whereabouts are we at in this process?
Well, it depends how big you want the rug to be. I'd say I'm about halfway. I usually like to make it the size of this table. This is my standard rug size. So yeah, about halfway. I don't know how long. It depends how much time I spend on any given day. I could make a full-size rug in 2 weeks, easy. But it's just like it's a side thing. It's not like I'm doing it 8 hours a day. Yeah.
Okay, away we go. So we've already gotten quite a lot done. We've got posters off to the side. Just keep moving along and tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so you take your strip. First you rip your fabric into strips. The longer the better, and the width depends on, like, you want all your strips to be roughly the same weight of fabric. Okay. So within a rug, so they could be skinny, they could be big. The skinnier they are, the longer it's going to take. And then you thread your strip through the back of your tool, and then it's like you're tying knots. You're just kind of sticking the strip through a hole in the rug and looping it around, and it's tying in this other strip as we go. So you tie the knot fairly snug, and you go again, and you keep going. And then when you get to the end of your strip, you take your next strip, and you'll have cut a little slit in it, and you attach them together by putting the new strip through the hole in the old strip, and then looping the new strip back on itself until they are snug. Sometimes they tear a little. It's okay. It's all going to be knotted. And
I love that. I love that you kind of just let it all ebb and flow. It doesn't matter. It's allowed to just keep going, and if something tears, it's all part of the process.
Yeah, and you can have, I've done ones where there's a color scheme, and then I've done ones like this where it's just like mishmash whatever, and there's kind of a beauty to that too.
Now, this is all part of the Resilience Festival. This is one of the workshops that you can do. So someone comes down to your workshop, and what do they need to bring?
Well, I'd like for them, if they have a pair of scissors and a pencil sharpener to sharpen the end of their tool, that's great. And whatever old fabric that they happen to have. But otherwise, I'll have a bunch of fabric myself also, and that's pretty much it. And you can make a rug.
Amazing. Well, that's not the only amazing event that's happening in our community this weekend. Here's the community calendar. She is working on the toothbrush rug for the Resilience Festival. It's going to be an incredible event. All the information is on your screen right now. Tanya, last year it was fantastic. What would you say to people at home that have never checked it out? Why should they come out this year?
It's just fun, really. It's a great time to meet other people in your community and have a really good time learning new skills.
That's what Green Drinks is all about. That's another event that you're going to want to check out. The information for that is coming up on your screen for yourself. Are you excited to be doing your first workshop there?
Yeah, I am. And also I'm going to another one to learn how to make apple cider. So there's apple trees all over my neighborhood, so that'll be fun.
See, it just keeps on growing. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a great day.